Hey there, everyone. Well, here we go into the weekend, and here we are now into the month of August. I am King 5, meteorologist Adam Claybon. We're also in Seafair weekend, and Friday was beautiful. Saturday and Sunday, we expect to have more clouds and some showers that could be in place, and that could mean the Blue Angels at the air show, maybe some impacts to that. We'll get into that forecast here in just a second, but another thing that we're really monitoring is what's happening across more of central and eastern Washington as we have a PDS, a particularly dangerous situation that has been issued by the National Weather Service, due in part because of some of the stronger winds that are going to kick up over there and the heightened fire danger because of that. And it looks like we're going to be dealing with some really strong winds over into those parts. And with the existing fires that we already have in place, all that can spread rather rapidly, or even maybe new fires. Those can spread rather rapidly as well. So we're going to get into that because it is a huge concern for us here heading into the day on Saturday. First, let's go over what's happening for the rest of Seafair weekend, as we're expecting temperatures in the lower 70s, and we'll have mainly cloudy skies, especially on Saturday. A little more sunshine expected into Sunday, and our higher chances of seeing some rain will be on into the day on Saturday. Now, let's focus on what's going to be happening farther east across the state, because we do have red flag warnings that have been issued here. Again, in a particularly dangerous situation now on hand for us. This is going to be through generally Saturday afternoon and into the evening. The specific times will be between 11 a.m. until 11 p.m. on Saturday. And we're talking about very rapid fire growth potential, going to be around with some of those gusts up to 50 miles per hour. We'll get more into the winds because there are a few spots that could see even higher winds than that as we head on into the day for tomorrow. This is what we're expecting here Saturday and Sunday. Going to see that cloudy skies are expected to be in place for us. A few light showers could be in place too heading into the day on Saturday. Temperatures though climbing as we head into Monday, and then seeing more of those mid 80s. A bit of a slight heat wave ahead for us as we head into the middle part of next week. Let's take a look at what's happening radar-wise. Shower activity just off of the coast. That system, the one responsible for bringing the energy to help to reduce some of the stronger winds that we're going to have. So you can see that right there. That's spinning into more of the Pacific Ocean right now, and what it's going to do is going to bring more of these winds coming in from this direction right here, and that's going to whip its way up and over the Cascades, and it's going to be a descending wind, and with that you're going to have a drying wind on that side of the mountains. And so with that we get an accelerating wind at the same time too. So especially for more of south central Washington, this is where we have those wind advisories that have been issued. That will be until 11 p.m. Saturday night, and winds generally between about 25 to 35. Those are your sustained winds. We're talking gusts. Sometimes those brief bursts of winds, those can get up to 55 miles per hour. So we mentioned where the red flag area is, which is there and farther north across the state. We are also seeing a very small area that could see some of those winds up to 55 miles per hour. The rest of the area farther north up to about 50 miles per hour. But still, either way you cut it, 55, 50 miles per hour. You're talking about strong winds during this time of the year where we have a very high fire danger. We already have fires in place. So let's go ahead and back this up for you. We'll go all the way back here to more of Saturday morning, and you can see that 8 a.m. we're not really dealing with as much of the wind. Now we're beginning to see things kick up a bit more across more of the eastern side of the state, but it is going to begin to spread out. You'll see a lot more of those strong winds coming about as we head into more of the latter part of the morning, seeing a lot more of those pinks showing up. That's where you have wind gusts closer to 40, 45 miles per hour. Even the western side of the state seeing some of those gusts closer to 30, maybe 35 miles per hour. Still keeping some of the stronger winds across the eastern side of the state into Saturday evening and Saturday night, and then dying off as we head on into late Saturday night and into the day for Sunday. Some breezy winds, but definitely not expected to be quite as windy at that point. And you can see, looking at what we're going to be seeing rainfall-wise, it doesn't really just make its way across that side of the state. We'll see a few light sprinkles here into western Washington, that mainly late into the morning, early into the afternoon. That's 1 p.m. And then we'll keep some chances around as we head on into the latter part of the evening as well. Generally, a lot of that's going to be happening across areas right up this way: Skagit, Snohomish County, and up across more of Camano and Whidbey Island with some convergence zone activity. The rest of us will see a very spotty chance of that shower here as we head on into that time. Rainfall amounts, maybe 1/10 of an inch higher as you head out towards the coast, and higher also farther north in Bellingham. Again, convergence zone activity will have a role to play in where we see some of the higher amounts farther to the east, but rain shouldn't have a big part in the forecast, or really that much of an impact here as we head into the weekend. So if you have plans on heading out to the Mariners games, they're going to be in town here against the Twins Saturday and Sunday. Temperatures in the upper 60s around first pitch, and a drier day expected on Sunday, maybe a closed roof type of day for us heading into Saturday. And then the Rainiers also in town, down in Tacoma. We're expecting to see generally similar conditions. Temperatures in the 60s, a little bit of a later start on Saturday at 6:05, 135 heading on into the day on Sunday. And then you can see that moves out of here, and then we start to see a ridge of high pressure build. That will be in place for us as we head into the middle and latter part of next week. Thankfully, nothing too major. So when it comes to our forecast and those highs, those are going to start to climb up into more of the mid-80s as we head on into next Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, falling back down again on Friday. But again, big focus will be on Seafair weekend for us here west of the mountains as we head into the next couple of days for Saturday and Sunday, and then especially across the central and eastern part of the state with that particularly dangerous situation and the very high fire danger across those areas. Okay, everyone? Well, take care. Welcome to August and have a great weekend. We'll talk to you soon.